In the first half of this module, we'll look at how to qualify candidates based on where you've sourced them from. In the second half, I'll talk you through the questions you need to ask to qualify your candidate. You should now have a short list of candidates that you need to qualify for this vacancy. Do they meet the key requirements? Are they suited to the company, the culture, and the team structure? Is their CV a true representation of their experience in the industry? And most importantly, are they interested in the role and committed to leaving their current employer? During this module, I'll help you answer these questions and qualify your candidates more accurately. This has to be done before you can present them to your client. Let's begin by revisiting the different avenues we've got. Firstly, ad response, your internal database, candidates that are directly approached via LinkedIn and various job boards. If a candidate has responded to an advertisement that you've placed online, then you know that they're actively looking for a new role. This phone call should consist of the candidate selling their skills and achievements to you. You need to stay in control throughout the conversation while presenting and selling the opportunity to the candidate. Once the candidate has shared their information with you, you can run through the qualifying questions. I'll talk you through these shortly. If you've sourced your candidate from your internal database, then you know that they've expressed an interest in your company. If they registered 6 months ago and they're happy in their current role, then you can treat this like a cold call and follow the whole process. Whereas if the candidate registered recently and is actively looking, then you will get more of a receptive response. Either way, you need to assess whether they're right or in the right place in their career for your opportunity. There are also the candidates that are direct approaches from LinkedIn and various job boards. A direct approach is where you need to be fully prepared and have researched the candidate thoroughly. It takes confidence and skill, but if done properly, can reap real rewards. The candidate will not have any prior knowledge of who you are, where you work, and what your company does, and the role you're recruiting for. When you contact them, you'll need to present yourself and the opportunity in an engaging manner, and demonstrate that you have done your research and know enough about the candidate. You'll probably contact your candidate when they're at work, so start the conversation like this. Hi, my name is James. I'm calling from Newco. I've come across your details as your career history matches a career opportunity I'm currently recruiting for. I appreciate you're at work at the moment and most likely not actively looking for a new role. But can I have 20 minutes of your time to talk you through the opportunity? When is most convenient for you? Your main objective at this stage is to book the phone call, so make it difficult for them to say no to a brief chat. If your candidate arranges a time to talk outside of office hours, you can begin the qualifying process at this stage. If your candidate seems reluctant, I would usually say, most of the candidates I speak to are not actively looking. But if it's not for you, then a brief conversation with a professional in our industry is always worthwhile. Remember, your main objective at this point is to leave the conversation with their mobile number, rather than presenting the opportunity. If you get their contact details, always send a brief follow-up text or email to thank them for their time and confirm when you're going to contact them next. This doesn't have to be a long message at all. In fact, keeping it short and simple will work in your favour. Be careful not to email their work address or compromise their confidentiality. Once you're on the phone to the candidate, start by asking them if they've come across your company before. If they haven't, give them a brief, enticing overview. Make them want to find out more about the opportunity that you have. Now tell them about the role. One of my clients is looking to make a new key hire. They've won Company of the Year 3 years running and are now looking to add a new individual to expand their operations. Is this something that could potentially interest you? Excite the candidate with key bits of information, but make sure you don't overload them, as you don't know enough about them at this point to know what will spark their interest. You have to get them to open up and share their information with you. Do this by being friendly, open and engaging. Watch the second half of this module where I'll talk you through the qualifying questions